Hi folks, welcome back to Pete's Kitchen Garden. It's Tuesday the 3rd of May. It's been a lovely day today. It rained twice for about 3 minutes and we've had a little bit of cloud, but apart from that it's been great, which is just as well because I had some gear delivered yesterday and I've done loads of stuff today, including the decking. So the decking is back down and I'm so pleased. Got the tables and chairs set back up. I've moved the pots onto here. Herbs right near the kitchen door. Potatoes first and second earlies. Carrots, which are coming along nicely germinating. I figure if we keep them up here, we're a bit of a distance above the grass and a bit of a distance away, so that's the logic behind that. Main crop and some more first earlies. Only went in a couple of weeks ago. And these salad potatoes, Rocket, which are roaring along. I know we do still get frost in May, so I've got the fleece at the ready just in case, because that's quite a large plant really for the time of year, or at least for me compared to past years. So yeah, the decking's been the big thing today. The other thing that I said I was going to do in the last video was these borders. So there we go. The border in front of the veg beds. So we've got the wallflowers in there that have been there for about 8 months now. Marigolds, some beautiful pansies, and dianthus. So we should be getting a nice bit of colour out of there. And the other thing is also, I think I mentioned last time, I've stopped repeating myself, these, the scent that they give off and everything does deter other pests, and better for the slugs to eat the marigolds than to eat the veg. Speaking of veg, it's all coming along alright. The garlic, onions, this row's fired as well. I know you can't really see, but they have all fired now. So basically I've got 6 rows, 2 have failed. So I think it was about 4 last year, so an improvement, not too worried. Beetroot, they're just germinating, but to be honest I'd have to get that close to show you. It's not really worth it, but they are finally starting to do something now. And then the other border, this one here next to the lawn, I've mulched this, got some Pieris in, another Pieris, a Hebe there, which I almost missed, to be honest. I can't really see very well at the minute because it's quite bright. Can't see through the lens too good, so I hope this is all coming across alright. A couple of Euonymus there, and the cordyline at the back. Love cordylines. Another Pieris, another Hebe. So the good thing I've also got summer bulbs in these borders as well. I've planted a load of summer bulbs, so we'll see what comes up. The good thing is there's still space in both of these borders if I see anything else. I mean, I work in a garden centre, so it's difficult to resist the temptation. You might remember I mentioned the compost silo that I purchased. This is it. Does look wonky. It's not because I've built it wonky, it's just because the ground's not level, and I ain't going to the trouble of levelling this bit of ground just for a compost silo. Well, this is better. I mean, open top ventilation. I think better than these plastic tubs. I'm keeping that because later on in the year I might use that for storage or something. But yeah, the silo. Moved this arbor, just put it on an angle instead of straight. I don't know, because I just thought it looked better. We've got the little pub bench back down here. Quite like this section of the garden actually. It's the kids tend to play sort of down this bit as well, or at least we encourage them to, because there's no sort of plant borders or anything around here. Strawberries, yep, going fine. This is the bed with the salad leaves and cress and things that I planted, the ones that the cats dug up and did their business in, and everything's sort of, I mean, you can see the row of radish there but everything's germinating all over the place. I don't need that space yet, so I'm just going to leave it. We'll see what happens. You remember those spring onions and lettuce that I had growing in the sort of part seed compost, well, mostly seed compost? Well, I've decided to plant them out. Why not? I've got a few others coming along, so if these for whatever reason don't make it, I've got a backup, but should be okay, I think. A couple of green lettuce, one of the reds, and both the white and the red spring onion. We'll see how they go on. Right, polytunnel. As I say, I've have managed to get a fair bit done today. Not quite so much on the sort of veg side of things, but anyway, here we go. Tomatoes coming along fine. Now these three here, the Shirleys, the Cordons, I've started taking the side shoots out of them because they're obviously starting to form side shoots, so I've been pinching those out. And then the bush variety, the Tropical Ruby, coming along alright. I'm amazed, to be honest, that these have come through. I mean, we've only had a couple of really bad frosts, you know, and I have fleeced up when I've needed to, but yeah, unlike the peppers, they've done alright. Leeks are still doing fine, actually sort of coming along nicely now. Brassicas, all doing fine. So we've got the red ball kale, the what else have we got? I'm going to have to look at the labels. Calabrese, red ball kale and cauliflower. And they're looking just as they should, really. These peas are starting to come up now. And once these are about 3 or 4 inches tall, we'll probably put these out and, as I think I said in the last video, just slide them out the gutter in. Also the Black Magic kale that I had over in the modules over in that corner, I've potted them up now as well. And we're looking happy enough. My little boy Liam wanted to put something in this pot, so he stuck a beetroot seed in there. And you know what? The lucky as we're growing things that'll probably grow. The pepper plants that I had to buy from B&Q, as I explained last time. And the cucumbers are doing good now. They're coming along nicely. It'll not be too long before they'll be going in the border just underneath this sort of table. More spring onion and lettuce coming along. And I'll probably sow a couple more in a few weeks' time. I do like to have a succession of this kind of thing. And nasturtium, still don't know what I'm going to do with them, to be honest. These two lettuce are flying. So these are the ones I took out of the seed compost and just put them in regular compost, and look at them, amazing. I think they'll get planted probably in the main bed outside. And obviously that spring onion that I put in as well is doing fine. Some more peas that I planted, they'll be alright as backups if I need them. And these leeks, I don't know, might get rid of those because I've got plenty in the pot over the other side and they're doing fine. Lettuce starting to perk up a little bit now, and these beetroot are still coming along. I mean, they still look, a little bit sort of floppy from when they were transplanted. But I say floppy, the leaves aren't floppy. They are growing and they're doing alright, so even though they sort of look untidy, they're quite healthy. This radish will be coming out, I reckon, in about a week's time, maybe 2 weeks. Nah, probably a week. Been in for quite a few weeks, they have. And then my backup brassicas that I've got down here, I'll hang on to them, as I say, until I need to plant the cucumbers in this bit, and then by then I'll know that all the other ones are going to be okay, and we can crack on and get the cucumbers in. So yeah, that's about it, folks. There's a couple more jobs that let's give you a slightly nicer view. There's a couple more jobs that I could have done today, but I mean, I've had a good 4 or 5 hours at it. I'm back at work tomorrow, and to be honest, I'm knackered. So but yeah, really pleased, got those done. So anyway, I'll keep the outro very short. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and bye for now.